So when you're looking to hire members of your team, you're looking to hire some HR professionals to round out the HR function. What do you look for there?
What I look for is I look for someone that has business acumen, which might be a surprise to people in the HR field. HR is now looked at to really help the business grow, and my staff, my senior manager staff, they are leaned on to really help people work through complex issues. And the business acumen that they need to possess is much more than it ever had been in the past. The other thing that's very important to me is, and it's a little contradictory to traditionally type A people get into HR. What you have to have is the ability to be flexible. The business in these environments there's constant change. You have to be able to be nimble. You have to be able to advise under these circumstances, and then when they change overnight, you have to switch gears and be able to provide the same kind of guidance over here. And people look to those people they look for the behavior of that HR person that's guiding them. And we end up teaching a lot through those types of interactions. And so my staff, they have to take in all of this. They have to take in people's stress. They have to take in people's problems, but they have to be the solution-oriented person, not the person that's going to, get down into the pity party or I'm a victim. They've got to be able to lift people. And I find that if you are a person that can be flexible and stay in the day and not be so much in the black and white, but can operate in the gray, then you're a much more successful HR business partner to someone.
Right. So if there was a person who's interested in getting into the HR field and they were thinking about going to graduate school, what kind of advice would you give them for where to focus some of their education, or what type of experiences would you think would be valuable for them to have?
I think a variety of experiences would be very important. When you want to go into HR, typically people don't know what that really means. You have to immerse yourself in some place that you can get the full scope of what HR is and what it can be for you in your career. Another thing that they really should start to look at is what are they naturally good at when it comes to all the different functions of HR, because HR, you can be very specialized. You can be just an HRIS person. All you do is systems, and type A people work great in that piece. But if you want a management track, if that's your goal, is to lead and be in a position like mine, you have to get very deep experiences in each one of these functional areas: benefits, compensation, systems, recruiting. And I love to see resumes where people have actually done those jobs. They've done payroll, they've done benefits for 2 solid years. They've really immersed themselves in that function to learn it. Because when you're out on the peripheral of that and you're just an HR generalist, you don't really get the day-to-day. And you would be a much better leader if you're looking for that management position, or you want to do manage a group, even if it's a small company. You're expected to know everything about everything.
Yes. So
I would always advise people get as many internships, co-ops, work for free, volunteer in local chapters, CRHRA, get really immersed so that they can explore it properly. Because I think you still have I like to work with people.
Right.
And so I want to be in HR. And yes, you do need to like to work with people, but there's so much more to it.
Right.